Hello. Welcome everyone to the second lecture of Module 4. The theme is Morse Code Similarity Detection for Fostering Research Originality. So, let's get started. This is the official website of Morse. Measure of Software Similarity or Morse has remained one of the most popular systems to detect plagiarism in code or computer program. The system was developed by Alex Aiken in 1994. Morse is an automated system working as a useful plagiarism checker for code. As you can see here, Morse supports wide variety of programming language for similarity checking. Morse system is provided as a free internet service hosted by Stanford University. Morse uses winnowing algorithm based on code sequence matching, and it analyzes the syntax or the structure of the uploaded files. To use Morse service, you need to register by simply sending a specified email to Morse. We will look at the registration process after some time. First you have to download some components, which is necessary to run the Morse system. You can see the different version of Morse script are listed here. You can use any of these script to run Morse. Here, we will test the Morse script in Windows system. So, we have to download Morse script of graphical user interface for Windows. Now, click on the graphical user interface for Windows link. It will open the respective script. As you can see, the script is stored in the GitHub repository. Now, click on the code button and download the zip. It will download the script. You can see the zip file inside the download folder also. Don't extract this zip file. To run the Morse application in Windows operating system, you must have installed the Visual Studio on your computer. This is the official site of Microsoft Visual Studio, where you can download the Visual Studio software. Go to the download section. Here, you can see the community, professional, and enterprise version of Visual Studio. You have to download the community version of Visual Studio. It's a free version, and we need this. Click on the free download button, it will download the community version. You can see here, I have already downloaded this. Now, we have to install the Visual Studio first. Click on the Visual Studio. It will open the installer. Internet connectivity is required for installation. It will take some time depending upon the speed of the internet connectivity. After primary configuration, it will open the installation windows. It will shows the different add-on components, if you desire to add while installation. Later on after installation, you can add these components upon your requirements. So, now click on Install button. It will show you an instruction that, do you want to continue without workload? As we do not want to add any workload, click on Continue button. It will start the further installation. It will take some time. After complete installation, you can see the Visual Studio is installed on our system. Let's check, it is installed correctly or not. Click on Launch button. It will open the opening wizard. Now, it will open the Visual Studio interface. It's alright. Visual Studio installation is okay. After Visual Studio installation, come to the Morse app. Here, you don't have to extract this zip file. Directly open it by double-click. Upon clicking, it will open inside the master folder. Now, click on Morse app folder. It will open the Morse app contents. Thereafter, click on Publish folder. It will open the Setup zip folder. Now, click on Setup zip. It will open the Setup application file. Now, click on Setup.exe file, it will open the Morse installation wizard. Here, click on Install button. It will install the Morse application on the computer system, and then it open the Morse. You can see here, it create a shortcut icon also after installation. Finally, we have successfully installed the Morse. For using Morse system for similarity checking, first you have to register yourself to get a user identity. To get a user identity, click on Get User Identity tab. Here, you have to enter your email address to generate the specified body message. I am entering my email here. You can see, a specified email message is automatically generated. You have to exactly write this register user and email in the body of your message, and send it to Stanford email. I have already sent it. So, I am displaying you this email, which is exactly generated there. I emailed that register user and email in composition. And, within 15 minutes, I got the registration confirmation, along with the user identity. You have to find your user identity in the confirmation message. The user identity looks like this. In place of stars, numbers are there. Just find in your confirmation message. I am not showing my user identity here. It's because, if you know someone's MOS user identity, then you can submit your code through their identity. Due to security reason, I am hiding here. Also, I suggest you to don't share your user identity with others. This is the interface of MOS, where you have to submit your code for similarity checking. Before submitting our files for similarity, let's have a look over the different options. You have to familiar with its available options. Under submission info, the first one is user identity. You have to enter your user identity here. User identity is required to authenticate your servlet. Here, I am entering my user identity. I am hiding here also. Thereafter, in language section, you have to choose your language type of the submitted code file. You can see, a lot of different programming languages have been listed here. MOS supports these programming languages. The language you choose, it displays the respective accepted file types. You can see here, C language has been chosen, and in accepted file section, it is showing .c or .h file extension. Suppose, our programming code are in MATLAB. So, here I am choosing MATLAB. You can see here, the accepted file types for MATLAB is .MATLAB file. Then come to option M. Option M denotes the maximum number of times your upload code may appear in many programs. Basically, it controls the sensitivity of MOS. By default, it is 3, but you can increase it also. What do you think about option N? It determines the number of matching files to show in the results. By default it is 250, but you can increase it in accordance with your requirements. Option C represents the comment section that you can attach with the results. Experimental server, I do not prefer to use it, because it is less stable. Under base file, you can choose a reference file for your submitted file. I don't make any reference file for my students, so I don't want to use it right now. Under submitted files, you have to submit the code files. These are my students' assignments that I want to check here. I want to test that they are actually writing original code or copying from each other. I have given 5 assignments to design some window functions. These window functions are for a single mathematical device but different in their approaches. Let's see, is there any similarities in their codes? Now, click on Choose Source Files tab and select the required directory. After choosing, it will list all the files. You can see here also. Now, it's the time to check for similarities. After choosing the source files, click on Send Request tab. Upon clicking, it will generate a result link, where you can see the similarity. Sometimes, it may take up to 5 minutes, depending upon internet connectivity and server response. Now, click on the result link to view our similarity report. Here, you can see that MOS server listed pairs of programs with similar codes. You can see here, MOS only compares 3 code files. But actually we uploaded 5 source files for similarity checking. Code file of student 4 is missing. This is because, we have chosen, option M as 3. It will compares 3 files by taking 1 file as base. Due to this, our last file was missing in similarity checking. If we choose option M as 4, then our 5 code files will be compared. As you increase the value of option M, MOS will check similarities between the corresponding files. As you can see, first it's showing the comparison of student 2 and student 4 code files. It reflects 9 line matches. Similarly, you can see, student 1 and student 3 code file is compared. Finally, student 1 and student 2 files also. You have to choose option M as some higher value. Let's see the similarities of first 2 files. Click on first link, it will open the similarity page. Here, you can see the matched codes are highlighted in color. The color may vary depending upon the percentage of similarity. It also showing the lines from where it has matched contents. You can see, although students have cited in comment section, program codes have similarities. In side-by-side view, both programs have same codes in some portion. Although my students write original unique codes in major portion of the program, still they copy from each other in some portion. So, we have checked and generated the similarity results in MOS. Now the point of consideration is how to avoid or remove the plagiarism. As you can see, 23% and 28% similarity is a greater amount. If you analyze these codes carefully, then you may see the variables names, some functions, some formulation, and some comments are same in both. To avoid the plagiarism, you have to write unique codes, means you have to write your own programming in own variables and in own way. By doing this only, you can remove the plagiarism. This completes today's discussion. Thank you very much for concentrating in the entire lecture. Hope you enhance your knowledge and learning.